Acknowledging your leads the moment that they inquire is a critical business practice. One of the best ways that you can do this is by automating a text message the moment someone asks to find out more about your products or services. One of the programs that we work with the most here at Automate Integrate Professional Services is called Zapier. This is the same program that the last video I posted was based on, and I will say right now that the majority of the videos that we post will be using Zapier in some type of way. And what Zapier is just a way to automate workflows. Essentially, when this happens, make this happen. And that's all we're doing here as well, because we are going to receive an email and simply send a text message. So in order to do this, first and foremost, just get yourself a Zapier account and then create the Zap, okay? Now, when you create the Zap, the first thing that's going to pop up is your trigger screen. What is the trigger? What's going to start this event? Where does the automation begin? Now, for most of the automations that I like to set up, I love doing automations that have to do with emails that I receive, because then I don't have to check the email. I don't have to do anything with the email whatsoever. I just simply need to receive the email and the rest is automated for me. So I'm going to be using the email parser, which is another program that Zapier has come up with. And what that program does is it'll take the information from the email, separate that information so that you can use that in your contact process. So I'm going to go ahead and search in the search bar here for email by Zapier. There it is, email parser by Zapier. Okay. Now, once I've found my parsing program, the event that I want to trigger all of this automation is a new email. Because what I'm going to do essentially is I'm going to automate the emails that I receive in one inbox and automatically forward them to another inbox. Now, the other inbox that I'm forwarding it to is a parser inbox. This is one that I've already set up to separate the data. Now, I showed you guys a little bit of how to do that in the last video that I posted. And essentially all you need to do is create a template which tells the program what information from this email is important and where should it all go. So I'm using the parser here, and I'm going to use the exact same mailbox that I used for the last video. And I'm going to test my trigger and just make sure that it's a success. They found an email. That's perfect. So I've got information now. Now, I already sent that email through from my email address. I wanted to have a test in there already, so this could be a nice smooth transition for you guys. So now that we've set up the email parser, the next step is the auto text message. Now, what we suggest to use for this text message would be Twilio. Twilio is a fantastic company. They do calling, texting, emailing. I mean, even STMP setup when it comes to emailing, which is essentially you want to send an email from one email address, but as another. So Twilio is a critical company to look into when you're creating contact solutions. Now you'll see right here that Twilio has come up in my automatic search, I guess you could say, because we use it a lot, but you could also do that up here. So once I've chosen Twilio, I want to choose the event. What is going to happen when I receive that lead? Now you've got two options here. You can trigger a text message or even a phone call. Now, a lot of people, their process in terms of their contact process doesn't require a quick phone call to get somebody who's a hot prospect and just talk to them right then and there. So a lot of businesses will use the SMS option. It's less invasive. It's still going to acknowledge that person, and it gives them the opportunity to reply to you when they aren't in the middle of something. So we're going to go ahead and choose SMS. Now, I've already signed up for a free Twilio account, which you guys can do this as well. I'm going to go ahead and choose my Twilio account. And for my from number, when you set up your Twilio account, you're going to have to get a trial phone number. That's all that this phone number is right here. Now, my to number, there's a couple things you're going to want to remember. Number one, every time that you're using a program like this, you're trying to automate a text message or a phone call, make sure that the country code is first. Twilio is a worldwide company. There are a lot of different countries with different country codes. So you've got to make sure that you include that information here. Now, if your email that you receive doesn't include the country code, but you know that all of your leads are from the US or something like that, you can simply plug in that country code first. One, that's the US. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the phone number from the parsing program. Boom, there it is. And then I'm going to scroll down, find the message area. Now here I can type whatever I would like to automatically text. Hi. Now I'm going to personalize this. The reason I do this is because I love getting that automated text message with my name, and it makes me feel important, you know, and it's important for your prospects to feel important. So you might as well personalize the experience for them. Now, in order to do this, I'm simply going to include their first name. Boom. Hi, Andrew. So in other words, every time that I receive an email with a different first name, that is what's going to pop up here. If the first name was Stacy of the lead, it would automatically pop up here because this is a token from the parsing program. Okay. I received inquiry and look forward to speaking with you soon. Best time to connect today. Okay. Now this is for somebody who's inquiring about a product or service, and I'm simply going to let them know that I've received their information and I want to talk to them, and I just want to find out when the best time is for today. Okay. Now there is an option down here that says send larger messages. I would always strongly suggest going for yes on this, because all this is asking you is Twilio is saying to you, do you want to spend that much money on this automation or not? Essentially, if you send a larger message or a video or a detailed picture, something along those lines, it's going to require a larger text message to go out or multiple. So that's going to bring up your cost. Just make sure that if it's a part of your contact process, you include it, and you just make sure that your prices on the back end, what you're selling your products or services for, make sure that they reflect that that is part of your process. Very simple. But yes, make this a yes, because you don't want your messages to fail. That defeats the purpose. Simply click continue from there, and I'm going to go ahead and test and review. Now it says the SMS was sent. I just heard it. I'm sure you guys heard it as well. Came through on my phone immediately. So that is as simple as it is. It's a quick, maybe couple minutes setup. And if this is something that you want to do for yourself, just follow along with this video. If you need any help with this, let us know here. Automate and integrate professional services. We would love to help you automate or integrate literally anything. We can do automations from something as simple as this to a full-blown contact strategy. So if you are struggling with contacting your leads, or if you are struggling with having enough time to keep up with the leads, or if you're dropping leads because you can't get to them all, contact us. We can help you.